Hey, welcome to a new reading vlog. It is Friday. I almost said February. Where did I get that from? It's April 21st. It's 1:21 p.m. There you go. Anyways, so I called out of work today because allergies. They are kicking my butt. What's that called? The pollen count is high, and then the grass count is moderate. So with the two of them combined, it's just like, you know, yeah. So that's the situation, if you can see. Yeah, so tree pollen is high. Okay, so I guess now the grass pollen is none. But this morning it was moderate. When I checked this morning, it was moderate. So yeah, I was like, if I feel this bad, and I already took an antihistamine last night, which I take my antihistamine at night because it's 24 hours. So like by the time I wake up, I should not feel like crap. But today I did. I may need something stronger. I don't know. But anyways, I called out because I was like, I feel like poopy. So yeah. So I'm hoping to get a good amount done of The Party Crasher by Sophie Kinsella. This book came out a bit ago. Sophie Kinsella is the first author that I found that I started reading her books, and I was like, oh, reading is fun. You know? So I owe a lot to her, but I have the last book that she wrote before this one was Love Your Life. Did not like that book. I'll link, I have a reading walk first, we'll link it up here. But yeah, did not like that book. But I'm gonna be this came out in 2021, I think like October 2021, and I still haven't read it, and it's April 2023, and she's coming out with a new book this year, I think October of this year, and I still haven't read this. So I have finally picked it up. I am currently on page 69. Anyways, yeah, I'm in the middle of the chapter. I was reading on the train yesterday, so I stopped in the middle of the chapter. But what this is about, what is her name? Also, I have a giant mug of ginger tea. Her name is Effie. So it's about Effie. She has, her like parents have had this like, I don't know how to describe it. Basically, her parents are now divorced, and now her dad is selling the family house. Oh, and he also has a new girlfriend that she hates. But now that they're selling the house, Effie is like, I am not going to this house cooling party, which, you know, is the opposite of a housewarming, which I thought was funny. So she's like, I am not going to this party. And then she's like, her mom is trying to convince her, like, oh, there may be something in the house that you may want. She's like, no, I don't want anything. And then at night, when she's supposed to go to sleep, she realizes there is something that she wants. So now she is planning to sneak into this party, hence the Party Crasher, so she can get this set of Russian dolls that she got when she was really little, that she really loves and she wants back. But she can be caught, obviously, because she made this whole big deal about not going to the party, and her dislike for Krista, which is her dad's girlfriend. So she has to sneak into this party, crash this party, and not get caught and get her Russian dolls. So that's the part where I'm at now. When it comes to her whole relationship with Krista, the dad's girlfriend, there are certain things but I'm like, yeah girl, I'm on your side. But then I'm like, maybe I'm just being biased because I'm in her point of view. So I'm like, maybe Krista isn't as bad as Effie's making her out to be, and she's just like really like hurt, and you know, just like hurt, and so she and can't get over the fact that her parents are divorced. So she's like finding it hard to relate to Krista and like just like get to know her and be nice to her. So I don't know, maybe it's because I am in Effie's point of view that I'm like, that I agree with her, but we'll see what happens. The book is on I'm assuming that by the end of it they'll make up and everything will be fine and dandy, and then maybe there's some sort of miscommunication, and that Krista isn't as bad excuse me, isn't as bad as Effie's making her out to be, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna keep I'm gonna watch this one video while I drink, well I can't speak, while I drink my tea, and then I'll hop back into reading The Party Crasher. Okay, this is gonna be the lighting and the angle. So I haven't updated this vlog since like last week. It's Saturday, April 29th. It's 4:18 p.m. Okay, so The Party Crasher by Sophie Kinsella. I'm currently on page 153. I'm in the middle of the chapter because Sophie Kinsella likes writing long chapters, and I'm like, can you not? Anyways, yeah, I don't even know what chapter I'm on. I'm in the middle of chapter 10. We get pretty quickly to the part where she's like crashing the party, like hiding out, but feelings so far, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to like start reading. I haven't read in a little bit in a few days, so I'm not sure. I honestly don't remember like how, if I'm liking it or not. I think I'm liking it okay, but there isn't, because I know most of Sophie Kinsella's books are romance books. Like the main plot point is a romance, but in this one there's not really much of that, and it's weird because she's like literally not really interacting with that many characters at the moment because she's hiding. But she's like seeing like what other people are doing. But what is interesting is just like, well, I guess where it's going is that she has a brother, a sister, a father, and well, she has a mom, but she's not at the party because her parents are no longer together. They're divorced. So while she's hiding out, she's like listening to these private conversations that her family members are having. Oh, and then the dad is like dating someone she doesn't like, and that's like a main part of this, that our main character Effie doesn't like her dad's girlfriend. So yeah, so I'm thinking that the main plot point of this is going to be just like her fixing her familial relationships, and she has like a good relationship with her brother and her sister, but there's a lot that they're not telling her, and because she's like hiding out, she sees like these private moments that each of her siblings has, but she doesn't know exactly what's going on. So I feel like as the story progresses, we're gonna find out more about what her siblings are going through, and possibly they start to have, she somehow approaches them and like are able to form a stronger relationship and fix whatever it is issues that her siblings are having. And I'm very interested to know what the dad's girlfriend is up to, because she's gonna make some sort of announcement, and I'm like, what is it? And then there's some things that she has said when she thinks she's in private that Effie has heard, that I'm like, what are you talking about? And it sounds like not good. But I'm not sure, like I'm still not sure if, like, again, because we're seeing this from Effie's point of view, if the girlfriend is a good person or not. Let's just say that we're not it's not clear, and because obviously Effie doesn't like her, so we see the girlfriend through her eyes. But yeah, I'm gonna hop back into this and see how this story progresses and what exactly like the vibes are gonna be. But yeah, like I said, right now I'm not sure if I'm like enjoying it or not. I'm not like hating it or anything, but like, I do love your life. But I'm not like in love with this book just yet, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into this I'm gonna try and read as much of this today. If not finish it, we'll see what happens. I'll update you guys again once I've actually done some reading. So the last little clip that I did was me just listening. Oh yeah, I started Blackout by a bunch of different authors, edited by Daniel Clayton. So basically, yeah, I did laundry on Monday. Oh, it's Saturday, by the way. It's Saturday, May 6th. It's 2:12 p.m. Yeah, so I had my laundry still in the basket, so I was like, I want to listen to something while I folded and put it away, right? So Blackout was available on Libby. Like, yeah, it was available on Libby, so I was like, okay, I'll listen to that. Enjoying that so far. I feel like that book has gotten like bad reviews, and I'm like, so far I don't know why. I'm enjoying myself so far. I got like, how far did I get into that? Libby. I got 2 hours in, and I have 4 hours and 52 minutes left. So yeah, so I'll be listening to that time I'm like doing things like that I can't be physically reading, you know. But basically now I'm going to get back into The Party Crasher by Sophie Kinsella. I haven't read that much more, I don't think, from the last time I updated you guys. So okay, feelings, I think I'm so used to Sophie Kinsella books being mainly romance, plot heavy. I thought that's what I was getting into when I started this, but that's not what this is. This is more like regular fiction. I don't know what it's called, but it's not revolving a romance. So there's that. It's mainly like her Effie, I guess, coming to terms with the fact that her parents were divorced, and you know, moving on from that, and just like really realizing like how hard that affected her, and how she needs to fix her relationship with her dad, and just like be more aware of her surroundings and what's going on with her family. So yeah, but enjoyment, it's been fine. This, I'm also really used to Sophie Kinsella books being really funny, very outlandish, and this is pretty tame. There's only been a few chuckle moments, which I have the little pink tabs are funny, and I only have 4, which is weird for a Sophie Kinsella book. So yeah, this is a bit different for her, I feel like. Yeah, so there's that. So I'm gonna get back to reading. I'm gonna put on a video. I'm gonna listen to some brown noise, really focus on trying to read as much of this as I can. Maybe I'll read for like an hour or something, or hour and a half. We'll see what happens. But my treat is gonna be watching the first episode of Queen Charlotte, which has just dropped on Netflix. I think it dropped yesterday. So that's my motivation to like read a good amount. I want to finish this today, so I'm probably gonna do like read for an hour, watch an episode of Queen Charlotte, and then go back to this. And yeah, but I have this much left, So wish me luck. I'm gonna get to reading. Let's do this. Hey, so remember on Saturday when I said, oh, I'm gonna read for an hour, watch an episode of Queen Charlotte watch one episode and then go back to reading? That didn't happen. What ended up happening is I read an hour of The Party Crasher and then watched the first episode of Queen Charlotte and then watched the other 5 episodes of Queen Charlotte. I'm like, I just have to binge this because I'm like, each episode I'm like, I need to find out what happens next, you know? So that's what happened. So currently it is Monday, May 8th. It's 10:52 p.m. Did I say 52:42? Whatever. But on Sunday I did get some reading done, so I finally finished The Party Crasher by Sophie Kinsella. I ended up giving this 3 stars. I don't know why I was looking away. I ended up giving this 3 stars. So yes, like I said, this isn't romance focused, which going into it I thought it was going to be romance heavy because usually Sophie Kinsella books are heavier on the romance. It's like the main plot point, but in this that's not it. Also, this book wasn't as funny as her other books. There were a few moments where I like chuckled a little bit, but not a lot where I was just like laughing out loud, just like having a great time reading this. Like it didn't give what Sophie Kinsella books usually give. It was weird, but at the same time I didn't hate this, but I didn't love it either, so I'm just giving it a 3 star. What else can I say about this? There were a few things that happened in this book that were very interesting, and I was like intrigued to find out. Like the main thing I wanted to find out was, can we trust the dad's girlfriend or can we not? And we got the answer. It was interesting, yeah, because going into it I thought I was like, oh, Effie our main character doesn't like her dad's girlfriend. Yep, her dad's girlfriend. So I'm like, maybe by like the end she'll be like, oh, you know what, you're not that bad. But it didn't go that way. It went a very interesting route. That's all I will say about that without spoiling anything. But yeah, it went an interesting route, and it was like trying to figure out like which way is it gonna go. Also, it was fun, like, because the main plot point of this book is Effie getting closer to her family and basically resolving issues with each of her family members, their personal lives, and also getting closure on something that happened in her past in a relationship. When it came to that relationship, that it was like a strange, not strange, but it was like a breakup that came out of nowhere. I do like how that was handled, because at first there were certain things that she said about him, his name Joe, that I was like, ooh babe, no, that relationship wasn't meant to be. But not getting his perspective, but realizing what happened and his explanation of what happened, it made sense. I was like, okay, maybe, okay, you redeemed yourself, because it was really like crappy what he did to her. But with his explanation, it did make a bit more sense. It did make sense. I understand like why he reacted in that way. It wasn't the healthiest way to react to that, but he was proactive and he knows that it wasn't that wasn't the right way to react to it. So he has improved himself and he knows now. Like, well, I think it's like what was it, 4 years later? I think it was like, yeah, 4 years. Like, okay, that was not good. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on The Party Crasher. I'm hoping her next book is coming out in October, and it's called Burnout. I'm really hoping that I love it, because the last few books that she's come up with, I haven't really loved. So I'm hoping that Burnout, I would be like really good, and I'll like really love that. So yep, so there's that. And then today, a little bit of yesterday, and a good amount of today, I've been focusing on A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. I finally got to part 3. It took so long. I'm on part 3. I'm on page like 503. I cannot give thoughts about this book because I'm doing a whole different video, like separate from this reading vlog. I don't know if I mentioned this already in this video, but reading the entire series and giving spoilery thoughts. So that it's gonna take a while to come out because I'm only on book 2 and I'm planning on reading the entire series for that video. So it's gonna be a minute before that comes out. But yeah, so I made very good progress on this. But I'm like, should I give like a little hint on what I feel about it? I'll just say I attempted to read this before. I've gone way further into it than I did the first time I read this. That's all I'll say. But if you want to know all my thoughts and feelings and spoilery thoughts on this book and the entire series, you're gonna have to wait for that video, and it's gonna take a minute for it to come out. But yeah, I don't know if this is the end of this video, but if it is, thank you for watching, and and I'll see you guys here next time on Yari. Heart flips. Bye. If it's not the end, then something else will happen after this. I don't know what though.